Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and my 5-day split. So for this one, it's day 5, the final one of the week, and we are here back at the gym for lower 2. So without further ado, let's go. Hello. So it's an absolute vibe in here, by the way. First thing I do on lower is, and no joke here, is go for a shit, because the last thing you want to do is be deep in a squat and have a turtle head. So top tip number one before we even get into it. But for this one, I'll break it down for you. So for the second low workout, again like the first one, I alternate between quads and hammies to try and get the most out of my legs in the workout. Start off with leg press, then go on to Nordics. Third is machine hip raises, but barbell hip raises work just as well. Then it's Bulgarian split squats using the Smith machine. We go to seated calf raise, try and alternate between standing and seated calf raises through both my leg workouts. And then finish off, do the 45-degree hyperextension machine. Let's get into it. So we'll start with warm-ups. Now we've been and popped a squat in the loom. One thing to always remember with machines, in particular the big boys like leg press, is they are already weighted. So before you put any weight on, I know this one is 60 kg. The leg press in particular can range from about 40 kilograms to 70 kilograms depending on the make and model. So just check. It's all right if you're staying in the same gym because it doesn't matter because you're using the same equipment, but if you bounce from gym to gym and you go, why the hell can't I lift this? I lifted this last week. Could be tired, but largely it could be just a different machine. Let's get some weight on. Like a weather report at this angle. So, a few keys for setup. The closer your feet are to the bottom of the plate, the more you're working your quads, just the deeper that knee angle is going to get, and the more knee over toe you're going to get. And when you are setting yourself up, make sure that your arms are fully extended on the handlebars, so that you can pull your arm into that seat. Again, all that building tension. If I was to start off for the first time and have 5 days in the gym, it would be doing 3 times 8 to 12 reps. Other than Nordics, be it with it being body weight, train it to failure. So go with as many as you can, because you're not adjusting the weight like you are with the machines, the free weights. Just go to failure. The aim with the 8 to 12 being start with the weight, try and get into that 8 to 12 gap. When you've got all your 3 sets to 12 reps, increase the weight and work your way up again. Progressive overload 101. exercise 1 done. Now it's hamstrings. Not move far for this one. Try and keep legs compact as possible, so I'm not going to do any movement, as I do end up having the moves like Jagger. I'm going to try and walk around too much after legs. So with Nordics, I'll show you the exercise, but for the setup of it, luckily in the gym, like a rower like this, weighted row, when you've got the leg clamps, whatever you want to call them, they're ideal for this movement. Similarly, if you've got something like a dumbbell rack, where the bottom rack is low down, something to basically hold your heels in place. You want your heels under the pads. That's it, knee pads. And you want to drive your heels upwards into those pads and take your body weight. And slowly, you want to go forward as far as you can and then bring your body back. Like this. While you're doing that, you want to get your back upright and straight. The only thing that should be moving is your knees to increase the difficulty of it. Eventually you'll work your way down, so you go all the way down, but then get all the way back up, which I can't do yet. Yeah, 3 times failure on that bad boy. Keep from your knee to your shoulders, keep your body as straight as possible. So brace your core, control it slowly, because otherwise you'll find, like I was doing, I was going further and further down, and don't think my hamstrings were ready for that. They weren't ready for the commitment. So just go down controlled and slow, which is what you should be doing in your exercises anyway. Now this one is more difficult to do so. But yeah, go slow and controlled, hold it in position, and then fire it back up. Eventually, when you become sensei of the Nordic, you can then add a weight on, but I'm a long way off that yet. So when you can go all the way down, all the way back up, and hit your rep range, and yeah, add weight to it. There's a lot of ways you can make this more difficult. You can even hold it at the bottom, pause, and try and slow time, because I don't want to do this exercise anymore. In all seriousness though, it is great for hamstrings. I have noticed since doing this, especially with home workouts, it's a good one to do at home if you don't have gym equipment. This one really does help grow your hamstrings. Great way to isolate your hamstrings. Similar to the leg curl, except for some reason this just hurts more. So one quad, one hamstring. Now for the glutes, now it is hip raise machine. Again, barbell just as good. I'm just lucky enough that they've got a hip raise machine, and I can't be arsed because it's a real faff trying to set out the barbell with this one. dance underneath it. So as we just had some technical difficulties and the phone memory's gone, I've just performed 2 sets of this, which you probably won't believe, but you're only going to get 1 more because I'm a tight arse and I'm knackered. So for the setup for this one, I'll run you through it again, shall I? If you're going for barbell, whack that on your barbell because this one hurts like a mother. But as we're not using barbell, that went worse. It went so much better last time. Just twatted a 60-year-old woman in the head who's now on her way to hospital. Joking. For this one, that hurts also like a mother. So I opt for something a bit more comfortable. So like every exercise, find what's comfortable to you. But I do prefer this machine as it's not circling in under a barbell. When you get down and hips are rising, you want your knee at a 90-degree angle. So get your heels in line. The pads on here do have lines on, so line them up well. Rest should be on your hips. Well-named exercise, I know. And then when you're at the top of the exercise, squeeze those hips. Keep your hips to your head in line. Don't be checking yourself out. Do that in your own time in your own bedroom where no one can see. We don't want to see that because it adds unnecessary strain to your body. So neck in line at all times, like this. Watch carefully because this is the only example you're going to get. That's hip raises done. Now over to the Smith machine for Bulgarian split squats. Welcome to another version of hell. So, a few tips for Bulgarian split squats. People always ask what the position is. Again, like the leg press, your foot placement will affect what you're working. So I'm going to work quads. So they're closer to the back footrest. The more you work on your quads. But as a rule of thumb, when you're sat down, stretch your leg out straight to the floor, straight as you can. Your knees aren't knackered from legs. Put it down. That's about the distance you want. You want bench to be about knee height. Too high, too low, and it'll cause discomfort and not optimal. With this one, rest between each leg, so then you're working out the same because you'll find you'll tire massively on your second leg. I use Smith machine just because alternatives are dumbbell and you're working your forearms largely, and with a barbell it's a lot more difficult to get into position when you're trying to line up to the seat behind you. So Smith machine, it stays, you gotta rest, it stays in the, it's not gonna go forward or backwards, you just gotta line up to it. It's a lot easier, a lot safer. Safety tips 101 in the gym. Nearly there. So, second to last exercise. But who's counting? So, just got this back off Bethel. She's been rushed to A&E. So, this is actually required for this one. Seated calf raise. So, again, I use a Smith machine because there's no seated calf raise machines. The closest thing I can get to a good soleus stimulus. Soleus being the muscle. Right, so got it set up so that my knee is again at a right angle. And then just make sure that I've got the heights right. Down, yeah, seems to go well. Now we add weight and try and get out of this thing alive. Weight's required, off we go. To stop this sliding off, I push that as far as possible. So when you slide your knees in, the gap goes up, not down. And definitely at least do the 45-degree hyperextensions. So for this one, works your lower back. It's great for strengthening it for things like deadlifts, like squats, any compound movement for your legs. Bracing, basically, anything to strengthen and connect your lower limbs to your upper limbs. So for this one, put your heels to the back of the plate, rest on the pad. And again, you want top of this sitting at your waistband. Perfect. And you can do it without weights. So now I've managed to work up with weight. Not bragging or anything. Roll your shoulders forward and push your hips forward into the pad. And pull back that lower back. The point of rolling your shoulders forward is you want it to target your lower back and not. If you stretch and extend your back, it works more of your upper back and you're pulling your upper back into it, stretching it, pulling the weight back with your upper back and using momentum. So to take it out, arch your upper back forward. All done for this episode, and that's me all done for this series. So let me know in the comments what you thought. Any improvements, always welcome. Keep me updated with any tips you guys have or anything you want to know, and stay tuned because in 2 weeks you'll find out what the next series is.